I have a situation here, and I want to share how I'm creatively coming to a decision on what to do. I journaled about it and I'm going to make a video. So stick with me. It could be a little bumpy, but there's some nuggets in here about how I use my masculine and feminine, and I'm going to transform in front of you to show outwardly what happens inside with energy. I'm an energy healer. I'm beautiful spirit woman and Get Her Done Dave. And this is me weaving my masculine and feminine together. Instead of balance, my Libra has wanted to balance, but then they're still separated. So the Aries part of me is trying to bring them together as all warriors for the same cause, which is my awesomeness and my expansion, and how I use those to come to a decision. So here's what I wrote. Okay, here's the situation. First, I call in all my parts. So I was separated this morning. I have been selling corn. I'm a school teacher, and this summer I didn't find a summer job, and I've been selling corn, which has been really fun and helped me learn how to sell. And I love interacting with people, but I have energy work. I want to work with people and share my message is really my highest calling. So to make this decision, I say it all here. So I'll just keep going with what I've got. So I sat down with my page because writing brings my two parts together. So first, I call in all my parts. And as I write and sit down, I feel both my masculine and feminine parts come together. I could feel it because I was kind of separated, flying around up in my head, trying to decide what to do here. I'll tell you more. I feel both my masculine and feminine parts come together as I hold the page with my left hand and move the pen with my right. As my hands are the work of my mind, the hands are translators. I have my answer right there. I knew when I'd start writing, there would be clearing. And so here's the story. This is the last experience I have of being broke. And this summer, trying to write, noticing the phrase, never stop trying, is a spell. And I can't tell if it steps me in the highest direction or not. Anyway, corn selling this summer and getting stuck in some energy. I'm short. I don't have it. I just bounced my Jeep payment and I was scheduled to work every day this weekend, but supply and demand, I need to be flexible in this job too. And my friend I've been selling corn with is helping me out with cash, and yet she still needs her bottom line. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity. It's been some income. She's helped me out. I've just been broke. So trying to get money to take my dog to the vet, make my payments, make my rent. So a couple of shifts with Corin this summer were canceled. And she canceled the next 2 shifts this weekend when I got back last night after selling corn at like 7 o'clock. I was selling corn and 1 pendant yesterday. So not a lot of great sales in my art in the place that I'm at. Selling food and jewelry maybe doesn't always go together. So I'm learning. So I also have a couple women coming forward showing interest in buying the bike and some skis and anything else I can sell for cash. So I'm selling my bike this weekend so I can pay my rent. It's okay. This bike wants, and I always wrote need, and then I crossed it out and wrote wants because I'm changing my language. This bike wants to go to someone who will use it, like Bert. It wants to be outside on the trails and not in this cabin's attic. I haven't rode the bike in years. It should be sold and pay for my rent. Okay, so the water here in the cabin is also having issues. It's just stopped. And so I want to get water from the lady of the land's home, and then I will heat it up to do the dishes. This is my situation here at home I'm telling you about here. I'll bathe in the lake. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. I wonder where I'll end up, because while I was journaling that, I was like, I could go here, I could go here, I could go here, I could go here. And I kind of get, so that's a lot in a way. I wanted this off-grid experience, but I do still have power. So my cabin has an outhouse, and now it doesn't have running water, but I still have power. Anyway, so the next thing up for consideration is back to school this weekend. This is the last weekend before we go back to school. And I just took a week-long assignment for afternoons at the French school. So I'll be teaching mornings at one school and then afternoons at another school. So I'm mentally preparing this weekend. I decided I'm teaching everything that's fun and games for the next week for both groups. It'll be sharing, group discussions, games, movements, and time outside. My job is to help make coming back to school fun. That's my teaching goal. Then I make coffee and I sit down to plan my day, because my mind has ideas from clearing. So from mountaintop, I want to go climb a mountain today. Maybe today is the day I do that big hike that's 6 hours. Oh, and then some shaming for not working out enough. This is one I'm consciously shifting. Instead of feeling guilty about not doing enough exercise, I'm going to ask my body how it would like to play today. That's a gold nugget. Take that one with you. So I usually start walking the road when I get confused about what to do, with all these voices. Like, all this is my ADD. As soon as there's a decision, I run out to the end of all possibilities and then try to come back and pick one of those, instead of like really knowing what's important. There are so many voices yelling for my attention, and then I choose to shut down or stay small. Anyway, I'm about to plan my day, and I put my phone on the charger, and I'm going to go meditate for clarity, and the phone lights up with messages, and it's my Corin friend, Sass. She's at the farmer's market and she needs me to come down. So instead of canceling, now she's calling me this morning going, I need you to be here. And I just sort of lined myself into what I was doing at home. So talking to her, having this new stimulus come back in, going, now should I rush and get ready and go and hustle to sell a $10 pendant? Or do I stay and sort of feel into this content that I'm desiring to create? And so these reasons in my head start to spin, like I should go sell corn and the $10 pendant because I'm so broke. But then the other part of me that goes, I want to stay home with my dog. I'm going back to work. I'm going to miss her. And then the part of me that needs to be seen. And then the part of me that says, I'm sending a powerful message online to millions of people, not just 50. So if you're listening to this, you are one of the chosen ones to be special enough to pick up what I'm lying down here. So all my parts, as I sit down and consider this, want to turn. The pleaser, I need to help her out. Discipline, I was scheduled to work and I should work when I'm scheduled. Play, I want to play with my dog. Domesticity, I have lots to do here at the cabin, all the stuff and all the things. Teacher, I should be more prepared. It goes on. I took my journal and my coffee. I knew my body had the answer. And so I said, when I started writing, I'm going to stay home and make content. And I felt relieved. I feel like making this video is expanding, taking me into the unknown. And this transmission started. And what I was going to do today with my parts and share this with you. And then she called just as I decided to respect her time, and I picked up my phone to send the decision in text to her. The phone rang in my hand. I took the call, prepared for her to try to convince me, but she didn't. I stuck with what I wanted to do. I said, I've got plans for myself today. So she's got to pivot her plans, but she's always doing that anyway. Selling corn her way is a zigzag. She's good at it. I stuck with my decision, and then I finished writing this and decided to come down to the river to make a video. So here I am integrating both. The goal is for balance, but that's not the right balance. I said this before, but I'll say it again. The balance being my Libra self is like this, trying to weigh the goods and the bads, and exhausts me. So now my Aries wants all my parts to know that we're all warriors, all battling for the same victory. We're all here. So today is my way of showing up to incorporate both here as one. Like I've done, I'm sharing outwardly with my avatar, with the emotional process I'm going through on the inside. So I don't know if this was totally confusing. It's about 10 minutes. So I'm going to stop the video here and continue a part 2 if you're into that while I get ready and put on my characters for the day.